My name is Coutinho's daddy. I just need to say something very, very briefly. This is just a little quick follow-up on the Liverpool or something, but specifically, two specific things I want to pretty much talk about. Got a little meal here. My name is Coutinho's daddy. Mane is better than Coutinho. That is a fact. That's not an opinion. And people need to stop being narrow-minded and look at what you can see. Because people believe that because Coutinho scores a few goals here and there, because he's Brazilian, that's automatically makes him better than Mane. I use the eye test. Remember, Oscar is Brazilian and he's trash. That's why he's a Class A brick. If I'm a coach, I can tell you how to stop Coutinho. I can tell you that this guy likes to go on his right foot. Do not give this guy space. Put this guy in a cul-de-sac. If you're defending deep and force him to break it down. If you defend him deep, you know that he's going to try and take a shot. And the kind of shot he takes is by cutting inside and floating in with his right foot doing the calling shot. And also, you also know that he's not fast, so you know that he's not going to beat you for speed. So there are ways you can go to him. For Mane, he can get out of any situation. He has the speed to exploit space. He can use his right foot or his left foot, so there's no point in trying to force him on either feet because on both feet he's strong. In tight spaces, he can still walk in tight spaces because his dribbling is so unorthodox and so unpredictable. He knows how to use his body and maneuver his body to intelligently get out of tight spaces. So whether you mark him tight, you give him space, you sit back in deep, he has so many different array of weaponry to his football that it is very difficult for me to tell a defender how to stop him. Because there is a pattern to how Coutinho plays. There isn't a pattern to how Mane plays, which is what makes him such a dangerous weapon to have. That's why, for me, he is a better player. Because there's far more that he can do. And for me, on a technical level, based on the various things he can do on a technical level, technically, he's better than Coutinho. That's just a fact. And that's just me, as a football analyst, telling you how it is. Do not believe the hype. Do not believe the hype of, oh, Coutinho, no. And I've been looking through Twitter feeds and even Liverpool fans are saying, wait a minute. We've all been believing this whole Coutinho myth and Coutinho lie. But we have an amazing player here. We also have a great setup here with, look at what Salah is doing, look at what Firmino is doing. Do we need Coutinho? Is Coutinho really needed? Look, Liverpool without the great Coutinho smacked up Arsenal, smacked up Hoffenheim without this great Coutinho. So how great is this guy really? Because in my view, Coutinho can win some games. Mane can win you a title. Mane can win you a title. That's the, obviously with the right setup, with an actual defense, with a midfield, Mane can win you a title. So, and with regards to Arsenal, I'm bored. I'm bored. I've run out of jokes. I've run out. And it's because, guys, okay, we can laugh and say, oh, Arsenal, la ha ha. But let's just be real here. You expect to be taken seriously as a team to win a title. You show up away from home with defenders who do not know how to defend. You really believe that a Rob Holding and a bloody Montreal can do something? Really? Because the defending of Arsenal, it was shocking. It was scary. Like, it honestly looked like a Liverpool were playing a Division 2 team. That's how scary it was. It looked as if Liverpool were playing a Division 2 team. I do not get paid to be a manager or a coach, but this is basic stuff that I'm sure even you as football enthusiasts would know. Unless you're Real Madrid or PSG or Bayern Munich, do you go to Anfield and just play them? Because you have the skill sets of players to literally just play them fully. So tit for tat, we can easily play, because we believe that we can play you off the park even at your own game. But Arsenal are 3,000 galaxies away from Real Madrid and Barcelona. They're not even on their same stratosphere. So you know that going to Anfield, knowing how good this team is attacking-wise, what they already did to Hoffenheim, how good they are at home, the first thing you think of before anything is, what is our defensive game plan? How do we restrict them from having space? First thing, how do we stop their game? Then from that, how do we now create a transition game from our defense into attack to try and counter them? How do we now quickly exploit space and quickly try and transition from defense to attack to now try and create chances of our own? But the first thing is defense. How do we defend up? What's our defensive setup? What is our pattern? What is our shape? Who do we man mark? How do we defend certain players? What do we do to stop a Mane? What do we do to restrict a Firmino? How do we rush? How do we stop the runs of a Salah? These are the kinds of things that you should be thinking of doing. But what I saw is that there was no defensive game plan, and that's psychotic. Because the most basic thing to do is that against a team who you know are one of the best attacking teams, you have to have a defensive setup. We know that your team isn't as good as them, because man for man, I was saying some crap online saying that, oh no, well, Arsenal man for man are better than Liverpool. Mane was the best guy on the pitch, was the best player on the pitch. Salah is better than most of those Arsenal players. Wijnaldum, who I think doesn't get his fair dues, better than a lot of those players on that pitch. A lot of players technically for Liverpool are better than those Arsenal guys. Welbeck is a brick. That's why he's called Daniel Welbeck. That's his real name. Welbeck is his fake name. Okay, his government's name, I checked, is called Daniel Welbeck. So for Wenger, Arsenal, I don't know how Wenger's going to see out the season, because even if you win a few games here and there, things are so bad. And I just look at Alexis Sanchez and say, it'd be insulting for a guy of Sanchez's stature because it's crap. What Wenger has created, he's created a crap atmosphere, because what I saw there was embarrassing for a team who are even thinking or considering of winning their title, and especially when you think of the Invincibles and the people that played for them. That was flipping embarrassing. It was laughable. It was laughable. Real talk.